Caleb, close your eyes. Everyone, close
Eyes
your
are
eyes.
closed. They're closed.
Get back on the Magic School Bus. All right, open your eyes.
Open.
We're back. We're back to NBA Disneyland.
Sweet.
So we're gonna get into our debate. This will be our first and last debate of the election season. And the first topic on hand, Caleb, is All Star Weekend. A lot of people complain about All Star Weekend. They say it's dry, it's boring. A lot of people say it's better than the Pro Bowl, but there are still a ton of changes that need to be made. And I think the first thing that I would do to change All Star Weekend and make it better is the dunk contest. I think that's the biggest problem with the whole weekend. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. And the problem with it is nobody wants to be in it anymore. Like there's literally scrubs that say, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to be in it," and they have to beg people to join it. So if you gotta beg players to join it, I don't think it's worth even having. And I think at that point, don't even have All Star Weekend. But that's a whole tradition. So how do you improve it? Here's my thing. You tell me what you would do, Caleb. I'm gonna tell you what I would do. So what I would do is I would hire some pro judges. So if you guys have seen the judges, we all know what happened last year with Dwayne Wade and Candace and that Scotty and how that ended. That ended up with someone getting robbed. And because that happened so consistently, like boxing, people don't like coming on since these judges are idiots. You guys have seen all the issues that come up with hiring a judge that has no clue what they're doing. So I think you need professional dunk contest judges. Like find judges that have actually seen dunks and can dunk the ball. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yes, I do agree with that because some I don't know, like you said about last year, that was a thievery we saw. That was bad.
That was bad. And I don't want to see that happening again because, and I think a lot of players were like, yep, no one's going to play in it again because no one wants to do a dunk contest where you can't even win when you're the better dunker. Why would you
Aaron
wait
Gordon
till
has been ripped off so much in that freaking contest.
Aaron Gordon should have at least two dunk contest champions, but he doesn't because of the judges. And I think the main thing about that is okay, you see where I'm sitting? Look where Caleb is sitting. We're sitting on two opposite sides of the world. You don't have to do that. I'm kidding, but have them at least socially distanced. Put them 6 feet apart, and tell them no. You can't discuss. What do you think about that? Do you think they should be able to discuss? I
No,
don't think so. But what do you think?
no, they shouldn't be able to discuss. They're adults. They can see with their own eyes. If you thought the dunk was a 10, vote it a 10. You don't need to look at what someone else is voting.
They
Just
didn't be cheating. They're like, all right. It's because it's all this. It's like, oh, I don't want to give a 10 if they give it like a 6.
well, somebody even said after the last dunk contest, they said that the goal after Derek Jones dunked was to have him tie with Aaron Gordon, right? So in that case, Wade would have had to give him a 9. And Wade said, "No, I'm not doing that." So he gave him a 10. That's exactly why you cannot communicate. You have to let these
Well,
guys vote how they want.
here's what you can do. I think for the judges, you make them sign a contract. I know that sounds extreme, but you make them sign a contract saying, I will not rig it to make sure somebody else wins or to make sure somebody gets this type of a score so we can tie it. No, if it's a tie, let it naturally be a tie. Just like in an NBA game,
Yes.
if it's a tie, it goes to overtime. You don't just have the refs. I mean, there are
Hold
refs that
on now, refs rigging games. The Kings fans talking. Don't remind him. He might start talking about that 2002 Western Conference Finals.
I had to step away. Moving on. I think if you do that, that's a great idea. I think that's a way to start making sure you have proper judges. And here's my thing. Judges aren't the full thing. You're not going to get players to join. I mean, we saw with LeBron every year he's like, I'm joining the dunk contest. And then last minute he would back out. So why would you just change the judges when you still need to do something about the players? And I think the thing that you do with the players is you give them an incentive. And here's my question to you, Caleb. What incentive would you give them so that you can get star players or maybe even young stars to join the dunk contest?
Maybe a bonus if they win.
See, I don't think that's gonna work though, because they used to do that for the All-Star game every year.
Aaron Gordon is not going to come back no matter what you give him.
Here's what I think though. You won't get guys that have gotten robbed before. You're definitely not gonna get Aaron Gordon, but who you can get are younger players that are reaching for sponsors. And I think if you're the NBA, go get like Apple or Tesla or a big company to be like, okay, if you win the dunk contest, we'll sponsor you for a whole year. And they'll give them sponsorship money. I think that would make a lot of young stars want to join it. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. I think that would work.
Really?
You know
Because
what I'd love to see? What would save the dunk contest?
What would you?
I think they should have one street dunker come in. I know Sprite has those. Well, they used to. They used to have those like street dunk competitions where like you'd have people from like it'd be like a regional thing. So like people from this region of the country would come to DC or something and have this massive dunk contest. I think they should have the winner of that dunk contest go into the NBA dunk contest and see what happens, because I think that would add excitement. Some fans would want to watch just to see if he could keep up with the dunks the NBA players could do, or vice versa. And I think that'd be a fun little spark to add, because do you remember the one year they tried doing teams for the dunk contest? It was like,
Yes, Ben McLemore was in it. I wanted him to win it that year.
yeah, which they did teams, and it was so stupid. So I think a good way, like if you're trying to spice it up, bring in a street dunker. Let's see what they
I
can
disagree.
do.
You want to know why?
You're a freaking idiot, Amir.
You know what? Fine. I won't give my reason. I'll wait. Caleb is disgusted at me. Guys, here's why you don't bring in a random guy. If you bring in a random guy from the street, these guys are NBA players with egos. That's why LeBron didn't even want to join the dunk contest. He doesn't want to go up in a dunk contest against Derek Williams. All right. He doesn't want to go in a dunk contest against Brad Wanamaker. He wants to
Why
go
would
against.
Wanamaker be in the dunk contest? He has 2 NBA dunks.
Maybe he's hiding something. Maybe he has something hiding under his, he
No.
got something under his sleeve. You never know if he has something under his sleeve or not, Caleb. You just don't. And I think that's why is you get these scrubs, these nobody guys, not even scrubs. Even if you get the scrubs against top players, they won't do it. That's why we saw LeBron wouldn't even join the dunk contest. What makes you think that if you get a random guy on the street that he's going to show up NBA players and embarrass them? When he's a nobody, all of social media is going to be like, Russell Westbrook got embarrassed, or Ja Morant just lost to Steve Smith. You think that's appropriate? You think that's really going to work? No, I say give them the incentive, give them a major sponsorship, you hire pro judges, and that's it. Dunk contest is fixed. You can get young guys like Ja Morant, like Zion Williamson. Maybe if you don't get those tier of guys, you'll get the next tier.
Never mind. I take it all back. The NBA already had somebody come in with that.